Top 25 picks, college football, week number 9. Let's go. Syracuse has plenty of firepower to stay within the number here against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has a great ATS record, and they shaded the line a little bit high on this one. Syracuse stays within the number easily, and I think they went outright, actually, against Pitt. UNLV Boise. UNLV got the cover last week. Big play. We had UNLV minus the points over Oregon State. Boise's been flying under the radar. No one's really been watching Boise, but they're solid, and they're going to get the cover here, minus the 3 at UNLV. And I'm not going to play every single game because a lot of you think that because of this record that I'm not good in the top 25 previews. We're only 101 net winners up in the last 2 years, so I'm going to pass on the Indiana-Washington game. Although I think it's a little trappy with Indiana only a 5-point favorite. I'd have to side with Washington if I had to play it. Same thing with the Nebraska-Ohio State game. If I had to play the game, I'm taking Nebraska off a bounce back after a blowout loss. Got to be line value, something in the Ohio State game. And Ohio State's got Penn State next week. Big look ahead. I'm going to pass on the Oklahoma-Mississippi game, although Mississippi should blow them out. I think Navy keeps it close against Notre Dame. And not sure why Illinois is grabbing this many points against Oregon. Oregon! I'm taking Illinois plus the 21.5 at Oregon. I like Missouri to bounce back against Alabama. Missouri looked horrible last week against Auburn. Almost lost outright. But I think they have enough firepower to stay within the points here against Alabama. And last year, same situation. They were catching 14 or 15. They almost beat Alabama outright. Big trap line here with BYU, UCF. I'm taking UCF all day. One of my best bets of the week against BYU at UCF. And I'd wait till that game goes up to 3. I think it'll be 3 or 3.5 by game time, as the public should be on BYU. Texas is going to crush Vanderbilt in a bounce-back game. Same thing with Miami against Florida State. In-state rival. Big in-state rival. And I think they take it out on Florida State big time. Penn State was off last week, had a bye, but they have a big look-ahead game against Ohio State next week. I'm taking Wisconsin as a home dog here, big time against Penn State, and I think they might beat them outright. Here's another trap of the week. Texas A&M minus the points against LSU. LSU coming off back-to-back impressive wins, but it's going to stop right here against Texas A&M. I went against Texas A&M last week as I had Mississippi State plus the points, but Texas A&M is good enough, and they will beat LSU. And SMU will roll Duke, and same thing with Kansas State over Kansas. That's your top 25. We're 101 net winners up the last 3 years after -2 last week. Let's go. Big week in the top 25.